In the weeks before his 90th birthday, let's take this opportunity to celebrate the extraordinary achievement of an American patriot and citizen architect, former AIA President S. Scott Ferebee, FAIA. Although he was born in Detroit on July 30, 1921, Scott's history is intertwined with North Carolina, where his family moved in 1925. Upon graduating from Henderson High in 1938, he enrolled at North Carolina State College, his chosen field, chemical engineering. These were the Depression years. To pay for his education, Scott held various jobs on campus and in the state capital, Raleigh. In his senior year, Pearl Harbor happened. The following June, Scott was commissioned a second lieutenant of infantry. After serving 3 months in basic training, he volunteered for parachute duty as a member of the 101st Airborne Division, which was to participate in one of the greatest actions of the Second World War, the D-Day invasion of Normandy. Around 1 a.m. on D-Day, he jumped with his unit and participated in the assault on the German positions. In the first 24 hours, the Allied forces suffered nearly 10,000 casualties. 2 days later, he was wounded and evacuated to England. During his recovery, he met an Army nurse, Mary Elizabeth Betty Cooper. They were later married at Fort Benning, Georgia, and began an adventure together for 61 years. Scott Ferebee left active military service in 1946, but remained in the active reserve, rising to the rank of Major General, commanding the 108th Airborne Division. Recognized for his bravery, he received the French Croix de Guerre with Palm, the Belgian Croix de Guerre, the Bronze Star, the Distinguished Service Medal, and the Purple Heart. Upon his discharge, he returned to the university, switching his field to architecture. In 1951, he joined the AIA and quickly established a reputation as a rising leader within the profession. In 1964, he was elected president of AIA North Carolina. The following year, in response to concern over the number of top graduates from the School of Design at Chapel Hill who were leaving the state, he was appointed to chair a committee to explore the possibility of developing a second architecture training program in North Carolina. Against stiff political odds, his committee convinced the Greater University Board of Governors an additional program was needed and should be located at UNC Charlotte. The state's General Assembly approved the program and funded it. From here, he went on to serve as the South Atlantic Region representative on the National AIA Board of Directors. As he approached the completion of his term, his fellow board members asked him to run for president. He was elected unopposed at the 1971 convention, which, coincidentally, was held in the city of his birth, Detroit. In December 1972, in a ceremony held at the completed East Building of Washington's National Gallery of Art, Scott Ferebee became the Institute's 49th president. The theme of President Ferebee's year was, not surprisingly, leadership. By this, he meant environmental leadership, leadership in the construction industry and the design team, and leadership in bringing racial minorities and women to the profession, maintaining the highest ethical standards, bringing technology to the architectural process, and most important, leadership in increasing human dignity through people-oriented, user-friendly design. Internationally, President Ferebee built an outstanding record. He headed a 3-week AIA cultural exchange delegation to the Soviet Union, and the following year, a 2-week exchange in Poland. His excellent rapport with foreign architects led to his selection as one of 4 members from the Western Hemisphere to serve on the Council of the International Union of Architects. Following his presidency and while maintaining a successful practice, he continued to participate in AIA affairs at the local, state, and national levels. Elected Chancellor of the College of Fellows in 1987, he promoted programs that strengthened the Institute, its image, and its objectives. His retirement from practice was postponed at the request of the City of Charlotte so he could serve as project executive for the new Charlotte Convention Center, which had just been awarded to the firm. He retired upon the successful completion of that project in March 1995. In 2004, AIA North Carolina awarded former AIA President Ferebee their highest honor, the F. Carter Williams Gold Medal. On that occasion, a colleague offered this assessment of a remarkable man whose life has been devoted to living up to the highest ideals of his profession. Quote, Scott Ferebee's career serves as a model for all those who would strive to emulate his character, attainment, and generosity of spirit, unquote. Architect, leader of his profession, honored by his community and state, an American patriot, We celebrate the legacy of leadership that is S. Scott Ferebee, FAIA.